Inferno, Canto 5. Entering the second circle, Dante sees Minos, the infernal judge. He witnesses the punishment of carnal sinners, who wrapped in darkness are swept along by a violent hurricane. Semiramis, Dido, Helen, Paris, Francesca of Rimini, who at Dante's request relates her misfortunes.
From the first circle we made our descent, down to the second, which though less in size holds greater grief that bursts in loud lament. Grinding his teeth, there Minos dreadful stands. The culprits as they enter in he tries, awards their sentence, issues his commands. The guilty soul confesses all its crimes when brought before him. Then the judge decrees its proper place in hell, as many times as he himself encircles with his tail. Such is the destinied number of degrees. The souls are plunged within the infernal scale. Crowds ever stand before him, doomed to woe. All in succession to the judge repair. They speak, they hear, and then are hurled below. O thou who comest to this sad abode, Minos exclaimed when he beheld me there, his dread employ suspending, mark thy road, and heed thee well on whom thou dost rely. Let not the spacious entrance tempt thee on. To him my guide, why makest thou this cry? Check not his passage, which the fates ordained. Thus it is willed where will and power are one. Therefore submit nor question us again. Proceeding onward I began to hear the melancholy sound of those who weep. Now sharper lamentations strike mine ear. Throughout the place speaks not the light of heaven, and the vast region bellows loud and deep. As when o'er ocean warring winds are driven, the infernal blast unceasing in its course, hurries along the miserable crowd, whirling and tossing with resistless force. When they arrive before the brink extreme, their shrieks are heard, complaint and wailing loud. There the almighty spirit they blaspheme. Torments like these I learned were here assigned to carnal sinners who to appetite subject them to nobler faculty of mind. As starlings ere the winter in a vast innumerable squadron wheel their flight, so ever and anon their sweeping blast, now up, now down, this way and that again, impels the wicked souls. No comfort springs from hope of rest, nor e'en of lessened pain. As chaunting forth their melancholy lay, the clamorous cranes are borne upon their wings, high marshalling in air their long array. Repeating thus their lamentable song, afflicted souls approaching I surveyed, swept by the dreadful hurricane along. O master, tell what race is this, I cried, lashed by the cutting wind. This first, he said, an empress reigned o'er the nation far wide. Her conduct such that wishing to remove disgrace and shame to wanton luxury prone, she made her laws all license to approve. Semiramis her name, who all they say was Nunu's wife, succeeding to his throne, that land was hers which owns the Soldan's way. Then she who slew herself for love is seen, and to Sychaeus' memory proved untrue. Lo Cleopatra next, luxurious queen, Helen I viewed, for whom such years were past of toil and woe, the great Achilles too, with mighty love contending at the last. Sir Tristram, Paris, and the thousands more whom love had slain, he bade me then behold, pointing them to me and recounting o'er. When I had heard my sage instructor name those beauteous dames, and valiant knights of old, compassion seized on my bewildered frame. Fain would I speak, O gracious bard, I cried. With those two shades together flitting there, who seem before the wind so light to glide, then he to me, when they approach this way, invoke them by that love which brings them here, and they will speedily thy call obey. Soon as they come, swept by the hurricane, I raise my voice. Turn, O ye souls' distress, and speak with us, unless some power restrain. As doves by strong affection urged, repair with firm expanded wings to their sweet nest, borne by the impulse of their will through the air. Thus from the band where Dido is they sped, approaching lightly through that region drear, so strong the appeal to their affection made. O thou benign, compassionate, and good, who wentst through the lurid atmosphere to visit us who stained the earth with blood, were he our friend, heaven mighty potentate, his grace should we implore in prayer for thee, who feelest pity for our hapless fate. Whether to hear or speak, make known thy will, and we will hear or speak accordingly, while e'en as now the turbid air is still. My native place is seated on the coast, where Po rolls down his waters to the sea, and seeks in peace to blend his restless host. Love that in noble heart is quickly caught, enamored him of that fair form, from me so rudely torn, there's anguish in the thought. Love that permits no loved one not to love, so ravished me to think of pleasing him, that as thou seest its influence still I prove. Love caused us both to share one common tomb. Hell's lowest depth, China, dark and dim, awaits our murderer. Thus she told her doom. Soon as I heard their wrongs my head I bent, nor from the ground my drooping eyes retire, till cried the bard, On what art thou intent? When I could answer him, Alas, I said, how sweet the thoughts, how ardent the desire, that to the mournful step these lovers led. Then turning to them in these words I spake, Thy wrongs, Francesca, make mine eyes o'erflow with sorrowing tears, such pity they awake. But tell me how, and by what sign confessed, in that sweet time of sighs, love bade ye know, the doubtful passion laboring in each breast. And she told me, There is no greater woe than to remember days of happiness amid affliction. This thy guide doth know. But if how love did first our hearts beguile, thou fain wouldst hear, I would the truth confess. And one who tells her tale and weeps the while, one day it chanced for pastime we were reading, how Lancelot to love became a prey. Alone we were, of evil thoughts unheeding. Our eyes oft met together as we read, and from our cheeks the color died away. But at one passage we were vanquished. And when we read of him so deep in love, kissing at last the smile long time desired, then he who from my side will never remove, my lips all trembling kissed. Well may I say that book was Galliot, he who fired its glowing page. We read no more that day, while thus one spirit spake so bitterly, the other wept that all my senses fled. A swoon came o'er me as about to die, and prostrate on the earth I fell as dead.